What do you think about yourself? Now, some people say you should be grateful for who you are because the universe created you, a creator made you, God made you. But that's what other people say. And your mental capacity, when you think of you, when you go to the mirror and you see your face, when you wake up in the morning and you take that first breath of fresh air, what do you think of you? Now, this is a very interesting subject because I think at some point in all of our lives, we had to realize that, first of all, we are unique. No two people are alike, but it's about a mindset. It's about the mindset of who are you? Who do you want to be? Who are you right at this particular moment? Without having the efforts of other people defining you, who are you? What do you like? What do you not like? What are you looking for? What do you want? These are basic questions that, guess what? Only you can answer. Someone may finish your sentence and say, oh, you like chocolate cake. But is that the mood that you feel in that particular moment? The reality of who we are is that we changed much of being kind. The core of who we are as an individual is good. But as time goes on, we learn to develop our own choices in life. And from those choices, we then become whatever it is that we choose to become. We have that entitlement. The beautiful thing about being an individual is that no one can make you do anything. Now, they might be able to force you. We hear the old expression, somebody puts a gun to your head. That's still a choice. Some people with a gun to their head have chosen not to do anything. But unfortunately for them, that was the last day that they were alive on earth. But the point being made is that whatever you do is a choice that you have made. And that is something you should be proud of. If you fail, it was a failure by choice. All the answers, just the amazing abilities that we have as individuals, it's just powerful. If you failed the test, you know what? Just like in the statement, you failed the test. You had the ability to pass the test. You can do anything. There's not one person on this planet that can supersede you as an individual in doing anything that you want to do. You want to be a doctor, you can be a doctor. Some people may say this is far-fetched. See, the bottom line of who we are is based on the work that we put into ourselves, our development as an individual. I'm not talking about personal development. I'm not talking about hearing a hype person or even listening to a video like this that inspires us to want to find out who we are. I'm not talking even about a calling. I'm talking about the person that you look at in the mirror at this particular moment in your life. Who is that? Who do you see? Do you see a happy person? Do you see a sad person? A sad person is a person that made a choice to be sad. Why? Because there's so many reasons around us to be happy. First of all, you are alive. So who are you? You are alive. Who are you? If you're sad, but you're sad because of your own intention. You're not sad because someone else made you sad. No one has that type of power over your individuality. You are powerful as a person. And you need to tap into this belief as to who you are because you can accomplish great things once you figure it out that you are not a pattern of another individual. Now, we can follow other people, but you can only follow them as a matter of the choices you make. And you can only go as far as you choose to go. I mean, for example, there's no such thing as a cookie cutter. If you went to the school, you pick a famous person, think of a famous person. Think of someone that you consider to be successful. If you went through their life and you found a step-by-step diagram as to how you should place your feet, what schools you should go to, what places you should visit, what foods you should eat, what exercises you should do, which people you should associate around, which movies you should watch. If you did everything that they did, guess what? At the end of it, you're still going to be you. Why? Because you are unique. And the choices you make are not necessarily fundamental in the sense that they change who you are. You're always going to be you because of a choice. Now, you can change yourself. You can change your mindset. You can change how you feel. You can change from liking chocolate to not liking chocolate. You can make a choice. I've seen people, I've asked hundreds of people this question, especially people who become athletic. and they decide to make a lifestyle change on the foods that they eat. Now, me, I like candy, I like sugar, I like sweets, I like all that stuff, and I'm totally honest about it. I'm honest. Now, we're talking in the mindset when we talk about who you are, we're talking to the honesty of an individual. So I'm not talking about what someone would like to be. I'm not talking about what someone may want others to think they are. I'm talking about the core person that you are at this particular moment, right here, right now. So individuals have made a choice not to like ice cream. I have a friend. When he was a little kid, he was a big, round, fat kid. He didn't like being round. He didn't like being fat. So guess what he did? He changed his life. He's one of the most attractive men that I've ever seen. Him and his wife are just two of the most gorgeous people ever. And yet he exercises. He looks like Superman. It's out the nickname all of his friends have given him. Like Superman, he's a Superman, right? He looks like one. He's just a very attractive man. But he's taking care of himself. He made a change. And I was talking to him and I said, I just can't believe you like ice cream. Oh, he says the sugar. He changed his mindset about what sugar means to him and what it does to his body. And so he doesn't like it. And trust me, he does not like it. There's some people who say, I'm not going to eat meat, but once in a while. Now, can they really say they don't like meat? No. Because if they eat it once in a while, the honesty of the factor is that they like meat. But this guy, when I say, do you like ice cream? He says, no. Will he try it? No. Is it a temptation for him? No. You might as well give him a cup of oil, black used oil out of an engine. Would you drink that? No. That disdain that you have for that? Here, try this. He would look at you like, what in the ice cream? I don't like it. Now, did he used to like it? Of course. Who is he? He's a man that doesn't like ice cream. That's all you need to know for this particular point. But the point is made. You can choose to make those changes. There are some people like myself. I did not always like vegetables. I really, really didn't. Coming up as a kid, I just wanted the meat. I wanted the barbecue. I wanted the salty flavor. I wanted the meat. I didn't want the vegetables. I didn't want the potatoes. I didn't want the broccoli. I love broccoli today. Because now I see broccoli, some people call broccoli a health food. It's debatable. Some people say it's man-made, it's not natural, it doesn't have the proper mother, it's been alternated, whatever. We're not talking about that. We're talking about how do I feel right now in my life about broccoli. I love it. I love string beans. I love corn. And I know that corn doesn't digest through the body, but I love it. Why? Because it's about flavor and taste to me. So when we talk about who you are, we're talking about you. We're not talking about other people. Now, there is a belief out there that we can project to other people who we are and give them a conclusion of the matter. So sometimes others may try to define us, but no one can really define you. They may say, you know what? He or she is a really nice person. They live quietly. They mind their business. They always have their trash out. Their house is clean. The lawn looks great. That's what you have been from a period of time. Now, let's say you decide not to be that person. Then you decide not to be by not cleaning your lawn. You decided not to be by making your yard look nice and taking out the trash regularly. You made those decisions not to do those things. So a person may define you in their opinion because it's their opinion. You're the only one that's a fact. Your opinion of yourself is a fact, but somebody else's opinion, it's just like a nose. Everybody has one. It doesn't really matter what other people think. So as you grow and develop and you reach that point that the only opinion that matters about who you are is the one that you say it is, but you have to be honest. You can't say you're the greatest person in the world and yesterday you just robbed a bank. It just doesn't add up. We're talking about in the essence of the honesty of who you are as an individual, as the powerful person that you are, in describing who you are to the core person of who you are in the moment. Because remember, you can get a glass of water, and as it clears your throat, it also changes who you are because now you feel a little refreshed. So you're not the same person you were this moment ago. How interesting it is in relationships where people get angry and they say, you're not the man I married. You're not the woman I married. You're not, really, you're not, because you change. As you progress in your life, you become something completely different. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as your name stays the same, and the vitality of your name is critically important, because that helps others to define you. Your name is like the address to who you are. My name is Marvin. So when people think of Marvin, they think of my address as an individual. They look at my character, they look at who I am, and they go, Marvin's a nice guy. And someone says to them, well, why would you say Marvin is a nice guy? Because he picked me up when nobody else would pick me up. He motivated me. He made me feel good. Marvin's a nice guy because he cares. Now, the moment I change that relationship that we had and you upset me, guess what? You're not going to define me as a nice guy, but I still may, because I understand certain things about their situation that I cannot relate to you, perhaps because of my limitation of vocabulary, or perhaps because I'm just not fully aware of all my emotions, mentality, and faculties. So if I offended you, I'm sorry. But you don't know the depth of how things hurt me. So we should never go in and try to judge another person, because we don't know them that well. The only person we will ever know is ourselves. So when we try to go out in life and to define another person, we really have to be careful. First of all, it's not our place to define another person. Hence, people say, please don't judge me. Very good and wise advice. Don't judge another person. You may have an opinion, but it needs to be stated, this is just your opinion. Me, when I go through my life, I've learned not to really care about what other people think, because other people are not going to think what I feel deep inside, the deep depth expressions that are hidden within me that I can't verbalize. Like I said, I may not know the words to say it, but I just know what I feel. And that's why we have expressions like, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. When you show these parts of who you are to people, the caring, your intelligence, your well-being, your kindness, these good qualities, these very positive mindsets that you can share and pass on from yourself to another person, that's how you'll be defined to everyone else. So it's very critical that if you want people to think of you a certain way, you're the one in control over the situation because of the choices you make. And that's why we ask the question, who are you? Who are you? Do you know who you are? How do you define yourself? Who do you say you are? When you finish this theory and when you finish these ideas about investigating yourself, and you're able to articulate to yourself and convince yourself that you are indeed a powerful, nice person, a smart person, others see it. So who are you? So we hope you enjoy that. We hope you got a lot out of that self portrayal of who you are as an individual, so that you can be clear. You want to be clear, unequivocally clear, clear to the sense that it doesn't really matter what other people think. You are who you are. And I'm proud of that about you. And I'm proud of that about me. So I thank you for listening to me today. And I hope that you will come back and watch another video, or just click and see another video that we have. And please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you have ideas for a video that you would like me to talk on a particular subject, I would love to see it. Just put it in the comments. Tell me how you like this video. Put it into the comments. I'll respond, because I want to help you to develop into the person that you're looking to become. You're awesome. You really are awesome. I know you're awesome. You must believe you're awesome. All right, listen, I'll see you in the next video.